Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I hope this video finds you in good spirit. I know I've been quiet for a while. The question is why? Well, I don't know. Alright, anyways guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year, happy 2024. And yeah, man, back to business. We're back to business. As you can see on my top right, we have like your top 4 pairs for the week ahead that I'm going to be looking at. So if there's any of the pairs that you probably have your eye on, I also have my eyes on them, right? So let's get into it. So as you know, guys, I usually do start on the high time frame, but now I am not. I'm no longer all about the downtrends and everything, right? Now everything is more about getting straight to the point, simplifying it all, and everything, right? Okay, cool. For example, instead of having that trend line, now I would prefer to have, let's say, maybe a level like that, which is, for example, that level for me. If I was saying that if I were to say I'm expecting the market to push further more up until that trend line, now I would rather have that horizontal line instead of the trend line, if that makes sense, right? So yeah. So what's going on here on the daily time frame? So on the daily time frame, I usually look for my structure and my daily candle, right? So as I can see, I have my support level over here, right? And then, like I said, if we were to put in a trend line like that, I would rather have that horizontal level D, right? So that's exactly what we're gonna do. So we're gonna highlight this high and that one, right? So which is we might pull up until they or until they, right? But it's gonna be much more clear on the 4-hour time frame. So let's get into it. So now that we're on the 4-hour time frame, right? Now the price, like as I would usually say, it gets clearer and much more clear, right? So what does this mean, right? So we are currently in an uptrend, okay? So then, as you know, that in an uptrend we look for buyers, and in a bearish trend we look for sellers. Okay. So what's going on here? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So we're looking for the market to push up to form another higher high before it can eventually go down, right? So that is the bias currently. I'm looking at the market in the probability of bias, right? Now we can erase everything else that we're not going to need. Okay, for example, we can also delete that. So now that we know we're expecting the market to go to the upside, right? Actually, I used the wrong choice of word. We're not necessarily expecting the market to go there, but the probability is with the buyers as per my analysis, right? Alternatively, if the market respects this middle level, it could push up, go down in the form of a double top, and then that's what could possibly happen. So you need to be neutral when you're approaching the market because there's nothing absolute, right? So if the market respects our bias onto the fact that it's going to push to the upside, then this is what I'll be looking at, right? Which is impulse move, correction, continuation. Right, so we're gonna go now to the 1-hour time frame in order to identify where the market will most likely to push up and how can we get involved, right? So that's what we're gonna do right now. So I'm a first, second chart over there, and then we've broken out of this pattern, and then for me, I see a level over here whereby USD could come back and bounce and actually push to the upside. So if the market does respect what I see here and what you may have saw when you're analyzing, then we'd like to see USD Swiss or the dollar getting much more strength and having eventually USD Swiss francs being a buy and actually going to the upside if ever it would, because it has already broke out And then we're now we could wait for a retest over there that would eventually push us to the upside. So that is what I'll be looking at or waiting for on USD Swiss francs. So let's move forward now to EURCHF. Cool. So again, we're going to start off here on the higher time frame, right? Because I think the higher time frame, guys, has all the info that you need. Because if you get a clear bias as to what's happening on the higher time frame, then you already automatically know that what you can expect on the lower time frame, right? Which is basically just executing what you may have seen on the higher time frame, but now on the lower time frame, right? So let's move forward. I can see over there that we are currently at a higher low, right? Which is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So if the market respects that, it will go back up to create a new high, let's say maybe there, and then eventually go to the downside, right? So let's deal with that. So we're just gonna put this there now, and then we can fix the prices like this and like that. So let's go to the 4 hours. So now that we're on the 4-hourly time frame, right, we're just gonna fix what we've seen here. So obviously, as you can see there, that's the highest point price we could reach for what could possibly be a third touch before the eventual drop to the downside, right? So if we're saying the market could probably respect that, then that means we're looking for the potential of EURCHF being a buy to give us that touch at that level of resistance at the top, which is the blue ray line. And then as you can see, if the market gives us a continuation pattern, it is what could tell us or show us that indeed it is going to push to the upside, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So we would like to see the market going back up to give us a what? A higher high that would eventually give us a higher low to the downside, right? So let's go to the H1 now. So if the market is to respect our analysis, then again here, this is where I would like to see EURCHF being a buy and actually pushing to the upside, right? So this is where I would like to see EURCHF going up. If it will go up to become a buy and give us those buying opportunities. So this is what we could be possibly be looking at, right? But if we're wrong, or if it's otherwise, then the market could respect that, which is it could drop a little bit, meaning if it respects, let's say maybe one impulse correction, impulse, larger version of correction, then it could sell like that. So that's scenario B that we could possibly be looking at, right? So let's move forward. Anyways, guys, if you're still enjoying or liking this video, just give it a thumbs up and also do hit the subscription button so that you can be notified when you see the videos like this. So let's move on to USDCAD. All right. So currently now with USDCAD, so we're quickly going to start on the high time frame, right? So on the high time frame, guys, you can go all the way and do this thing, right? Which is completely right. Then that would mean you're looking for the market to push further up to give us 1, 2, 1, and then we missed that one. So I'll count the second, third, and the fourth one over there, right? But now what matters, guys, is after you have seen all these things, try to see them without seeing them, right? So as you can see, that's the all-time high, right? And then that could be our middle high, and then this could be a support level that we're currently at right now. And then as you can see from a bigger structure, the market has kind of like broken out, right? So, and the candle there, if you look carefully, they were closed with the bullish candle. Candle closures, guys, are very important. Because they give you an indication of what could possibly happen next. But you need to understand where is that candle, which is positioning. You need to understand where is that candle, For example, here we did not have much of a flow, even though we have rejected previously. But this buy didn't materialize much longer because the market, because what was happening here is the fact that the market still had to complete this 90% over there, even though it didn't reach it. But do you see why it did not go push up? So that is what I mean, that you must understand the positioning, because even though we closed with a bullish candle over there, but it was not enough to push the price up because the sellers were still in this market, right? So which is exactly here. This is a key level if you look at it carefully, right? So I believe that the market could probably go to the upside in that regard, because understand the fact that we're at a key support level from a higher time frame with a bullish candle close, right? So now moving forward, guys, right? Which is, I'm looking at the probability of USDCAD being a buy, right? However, based on what I explained previously, if USDCAD is not ready, or the buyers are not ready to push the price to the upside, then it would mean that the market could turn some way and actually go down to complete the 90% rule of this pattern, right? So that is what could possibly happen. However, if the market respects the higher time frame buyers, then we could get buys in this regard, meaning that if this is the fruition of what's happening on the daily time frame, then we would like to see USDCAD pushing up for that third touch, come back if it will. But now that we focus on the current market, we'll be looking at the possibility or the probability of USDCAD being a buy if it respects the daily time frame buyers. Understand? So now we're going to quickly erase this and erase that, because we know what is it that we possibly be looking at. All right, and then now we need to look for what? A continuation pattern, right? That means it's going to fulfill what the daily time frame is telling us. All right, so now that we're gonna go to the daily time frame, I mean the 1 hour time frame, sorry, and then we're gonna make sense of what's happening over here. So as you can see over here, the market has broken out. It rejected off of that support level, and then to be quite honest, there's no clear level of some sort of flow whereby the market could bounce, right? This one is very tricky the way I saw it. However, you need to go to the lower time frames now, so that you can clearly see what's going on. For example, if I would come here, this is what I see. We have this two touch pattern, right? So what is it that could happen here? Now that we're here, right? So if the market is not going to give us at that touch, yeah, if the market is not going to give us at that touch, it could most probably buy or push up in this sense. This is what could happen on USDCAD, right? If the markets truly will respect what the daily time frame is telling me, right? This is not what my head is telling me. This is what I see. This is what the market is telling me, right? That means if the buyers do push the price to the upside, then this is most definitely how USDCAD could push up, or the buyers would push the price to the upside, right? So now let's move on to the last one. It is USDJPY. Right, so currently in USDJPY, guys, right? And then again, we're not gonna start off here like this and like that, right? We can do this, but we do it because we understand that we're in a bullish trend. But what is important now is that piece of price. So as you can see, we have this level, this price. Okay, it was not respected that much here, but it's currently now acting as a floor or support, which is it rejected, they broken out. We are acting as a resistance, breakout retest, and then everything like that. So we're not necessarily going to put much attention to that. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. And guys, if the market is not clear on a certain time frame, move forward, right? So let's not forget to be too zoomed in and not be too zoomed out, right? So on USDJPY as well, we can have this like this, meaning that the market could reject if that's a retest, and then it can come down, right? Like I said, nothing is absolute, nothing is final. This is a game of probabilities and possibilities. And then if the market pushes up, which is if it respects the setup, then again, we'll be looking at something like this, which is the probability of getting that third touch over there sometime in the future. Hence, USDJPY or the buyers will push the price to the upside. Maybe that is where the sellers would most definitely get in, right? So we're just gonna quickly erase this now and say if USDJPY is indeed going to be a buy, then we'll be looking at something like this. We'll be looking at something like this. Then let's go to the 1-hour time frame. So now that we're on the 1-hourly time frame, right? So we have that first touch, second, third, fourth. But what matters here is that the market has broken up. So what I see here is a level of support or a value area, which is over there, where USDJPY would most likely retest to and go up to the upside. So that is what I see, guys, on USDJPY. Comment in the comment section below if you see anything here, or if there's any other pair that you're looking at, or if you have already analyzed but you saw something different, then you could work out something, right? For example, if this market does not work out, or if the buyers fail to push the price to the upside, this is how I see, or the sellers may come in, right? Which is they may come in this regard, they may push the price to the downside like that, because first touch, second touch, third touch, and then we also have this level of some sort, meaning that if USDJPY fails to push up, then this is what could possibly happen, hence the sells, right? So yeah, guys, that is all from me in this video. I hope you enjoyed and liked it. If you liked and enjoyed it, just give it a thumbs up. And now we're gonna be uploading and be here, man, consistently. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.